Well, you're watching Edu TV Kenya. We are currently in Mombasa for the Kenya Primary Head Teachers Association Conference and Annual General Meeting. And the most unique thing about this meeting is we are celebrating 20 years of existence of KEPSHA. And the theme of KEPSHA this time is rethinking education management within a comprehensive school framework. And of course, it has quite a long theme which I'll not continue reading, but I'll say this. I have a special guest with me who will introduce himself. Obviously, is representing the Ministry of Education. Karibu mkubwa.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
My name is Stephen Omongo Barongo. I'm the director in charge of primary education within the directorate that KEPSHA is domiciled. So this is a conference that all my head teachers then form. Therefore, it was imperative that I am here to start with them so that we see how the week goes. Today I was asked to come and represent my Director General, who really loved to be here and could not be able because of so many other commitments. So he asked me to come and represent him. He was to take the delegates through a topic of rethinking education management within a comprehensive school framework. You know, the transformations that have happened in education system are seen as come from very far. From the time of independence, when we took over education from the colonialists, and you know at that time education was segregated in terms of races, and even what an African could learn was determined by the white people,
yes,
by those people. So our teachers and the government have played a very important role through several education reforms to the current time when we are implementing the competency-based curriculum. I know myself, I went through the 7, 4, 2, and then 3 education system, where we were to go from class 1 to class 7, then graduate into secondary school, where we did from Form 1 to Form 4, then graduated again into another level that we used to call A-levels, that lasted 2 years. Then after qualifying from A-levels, then we are able to transition into university. A system that we went through our time, but it came a time of need that we were to change and make education more practical. And therefore the coming up of the 84-4, where learners were to learn the 8 years in primary, then move into secondary for another 4 years. That was both secondary and high school. Then after qualifying from the 4 years in secondary school, then they graduated into the university for another 4 years.
Yes.
A system that was meant to make education more practical. That then you would not only rely on knowledge, but you were to move a little bit into the aspects of the practicability of the system, where the children were to use equipment, they were to do, if it is carpentry, they were to do it, and so on and so on. We introduced even the workshops at that time. But as we moved along, again we moved so much into exams, and now people forgot to really go into the practical aspect, into the skills, and we concentrated in making our children pass exams so that they can go to good schools in A level, and lastly end up in good courses at the university. So we again lost it to examination-oriented system. And the teachers have been so key, because once the stakeholders, the government, and all those other experts come up with a system that this is a system that fits then we seek contribution of teachers. We come up with the policies, even curriculum policies, the systems, and give back to the teachers for implementation. Where they find that hiki kitu akifanyi hiki kinafanya, they inform again the headquarters, the system, so that we can adjust here and there. So teachers have been very, very important in all the aspects of transforming education, in all the education reforms that we have had up to now, that we have a competency-based curriculum. Competence-based curriculum in that we are going to emphasize on values, we emphasize on skills, and we demystify the area of examination that has bedeviled the education system to the level that somebody qualifies very highly, and then when this person is put into some practical tests here and there, we get that the skills are wanting. So that's what we are in, and we thank CAPTCHA for the 20 years they have been in existence, and this time they are celebrating their 20th anniversary. We are very happy as a ministry to celebrate with them, because the movement they have made, the milestones they have made, we have met together as a ministry and as CAPTCHA.
We know that KICD has done a lot to bring out educational reforms together with the Ministry of Education. What is the ideal education system for you, according to you? What is the ideal education system that this country should aspire to?
According to me, the ideal education system is a system that teaches our learners to be human beings, basically. First of all, to have values, so that they have respect, they have responsibility, they have the urge to work with others and to move ahead with others with a lot of respect again, with a lot of responsibility. A system that makes a learner who has come out of the system to be confident with all the efficacy that we are talking about, that he or she can perform a task that amesomea from the beginning.
Yes.
A system that gives learners skills, that in addition to a learner graduating from, for example, electrical engineering, this learner can be told, fix this, mambo ya electricity ameenda kombo hapa, tusaidie na anaweza fanya. So a system that emphasizes on skills, on capabilities. Yeah, that's a skill, that's a system that will make sure that we develop into the aspirations of the Vision 2030.
It is interesting that Japan, or one of the industrial countries, are now focusing on social skills kind of education, because the technological skills, they've reached the apex. So you're saying that we are now focusing more on the technical, because the social aspect we are sorted.
You know, Africans as a society, I think we are a social society. It's like that the social skills are even taught very early in life. I remember when we were growing up, and for example, you were to take ugali and the milk. That milk had to be put in one plate, and all of us were to take our ugali and dip it in the in that bowl of milk and take. So the social aspect, I think as Africans, we have been taken through it, we have grown into it, and our people are social. That's why you see when you visit our home, somebody has also asks you whether you want to eat or not. They make the meal and invite you to come. Yeah, unlike other societies where you are asked whether you will eat and how much you are going to eat. So we have grown through the social environment and we are socialized. So now we want the skills to do. And as I said, children learn through a system like the competence-based curriculum how to work together, how to collaborate together. Because again, you can't make it alone. You need others. You need to bring skills from here and there, put them together, and then move as a team.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much.
So what's the last question? What's your, actually two questions. What is your parting shot and what is your expectation on this KEPSHA conference, 20th anniversary of KEPSHA?
Yeah, my parting shot here is that this is a very important forum that our leaders in our primary schools meet. First of all, to share their experiences, to really kind of team guide. Here is where somebody can open up and say, this thing is not working in my school, but it's working in another school. And therefore, through this kind of forum, teachers exchange their experiences, and they also team counsel, because again we use it as a forum to communicate to all our teachers across the country. Yeah, to communicate policies, to communicate guidelines, to pass new developments to the teacher. Because once you give it to the leader, who is the head teacher, then you are sure that it has reached all other places. Again, this is where we get feedback. There is this policy that the government made and you want to implement, because those are the wearers of the shoe. They will tell us, here things are like this, here things are like this. It is working here very well, it's not working here very well. So we use this this forum again of our head teachers to get feedback from them, and also to tell them what we have.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so that we are a communicating sector. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Yes, and Zachary Kago, remember to watch Edu TV Kenya for this and many more.